Hello, YouTube friends. This is Barbara Wiley with Barbara Wiley Art. Today, we are painting a cute little cat picture. Hope you can see that. Got reflections going on and I'm having trouble seeing it. This is a cute little cat picture that the whole process of it is the background. I love the background in blues and greens and such, and maybe a little bit of white. And we're going to do the background first, and we're going to need a stamper like this, and maybe a sponge or two. So that's what we're going to do first. This is just a little, what size is this? This is a 7 by 14 canvas, and I've already gessoed it, and it's pretty much ready to go, as you can see. Got it all gessoed up. You can get gesso at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or anywhere else that's close to you. So we're going to start, and we're going to use grass green for this. We're going to use bright green for this, and we're going to use a yellow, which is lemon yellow, and we're going to use a blue, which is going to be cobalt blue. So that's the colors that are going to be on our palette today. Let's see if we've got what we've got here. I've got more grass green back there in a bigger tube. So you're going to have to put quite a bit of paint out there because we got a lot of canvas to cover. You only need a little bit of the yellow. There's just a small amount of yellow in there. Just a touch here and there. And you're going to need some blue, pretty cobalt blue. Quite a bit of blue. All right. So anyway, we're going to start with the green, and we're going to use our sponge first. And we're just going to start sponging in on it to cover the background. We want to cover the background. We'll come back in there and do the sides a little bit later. But right now, we're just doing the background. You know, painting is a good way to get rid of stress in your life. If you're stressed out with something, I always find that going to my paints is a good way to go. It relieves stress so that you don't worry about things so much. We're also going to need a little bit of white. Forgot about that. This is a small canvas, so it shouldn't take us too long. I'm going to need some more white paint here. I use an awful lot of white paint. So we'll set that out as well. And we'll get into the white a little bit. And that just helps to blend. That just helps to blend. And I might do some more white paint down in here. There's an area of white that you can see on the cat that you want to capture. And I'll put the cat maybe over here so you can see it better. You can see it right there. There's a good area of white, mostly white in this region right in here. Got a little green in it. Then we're going to come back in with the other greens right into this area here. Pick up a little yellow there. Just a little yellow, not a lot. And maybe a little bit in the white area over in here. We've got a darker green that we can go into up in here. Don't put the darker green. Be real careful with that darker green and put it in carefully and blend it in. You don't want big hunking globs of it. We're going to get to this sponge in a minute. But first we're going to take care of these areas. Oops, got too much that time. That was an oops. See how it's hard to blend that in? That's why I tell you not to do like I just did. Because then you may be chasing your tail trying to get it blend in. Taking away, putting back. That's what I mean by chasing your tail. Taking it away, putting it back. Now we're going to get into some blues. Some pretty blues up in here. Right where the body of the cat would be, if you can imagine that. Some blues in there. Turn that sponge around so you can just get in the blues in there. Okay, then we're going to turn it back around. Go back into a little bit of the darker down in here. If you've got a little bit of blue on your sponge, it doesn't really matter. It's all okay. It's all going to work out in the end. To blend some of this blue in. And I don't want to be chasing my tail with that blue. We haven't really used a lot of the yellow, and really I just wanted right up in there. All right, I'm just going to finish this out down here on the top of it. And then I'm going to go and start using that little brush because that will make another design on the top, which I really like. You want to make sure you get your whole palette covered. You don't want any of those little pesky white places. Now there's some blue down in the bottom in this corner, and I'm going to do it better than I did the other one, hopefully. Now I have to work on covering the canvas. Making sure there's no little white spots anywhere. You might want to go around and get your edges a little bit where you haven't been doing so well up here at the top. Cover up all of your canvas. No matter what you do, this is going to come out good. You can't hardly mess this up. Okay, so then I'm gonna put down the sponge and I'm gonna go back into, with this sponge here, may need a little bit more of that green. Ah! Sorry. Don't you dare chew on my furniture. Naughty girl. Naughty. The door's open. You can leave. You don't have to sit and chew on my stuff. You know better than chewing. Yes, you do. Sorry. My dog is out here keeping me company, and she was chewing on my chair. So I'm going back into the white a little bit now to get some effect with this round one. I like the little bit of marbling I get with this brush. Especially with the blue. Add a little bit in here, I think. Just wherever you think would be a nice place to add some blue. You can't hardly go wrong. Although I've been known to, I think I'm going to put a little bit of, introduce a little bit of yellow down in here on this one. Just a tad bit. Just about any way you do this background, it's going to come out real pretty. Right now, I'm just looking to, I don't want too much green up in here, dark green. Okay, up in here is going to be the cat's face, and so that's the part I was trying to keep more whitish. I've got a little bit more green in there than what I care to, so I'm going to take a little bit more white and go into that a little bit more because I know my face is going to be right up in here. My cat face. The rest of it really is fine. Just make sure you cover your whole canvas completely. I want to put back in some more yellow in here. Because I saw more yellow. And a little bit of green, the darkish green over in here. So there you have it. And this will come out very, very nicely. And now I'm going to pause it while I do my edges. I'll be right back.